Hey, welcome. Another easy learn along. Man, new year, new me. It's great. All right, so last video we did Flex App 1, which kind of worked at the end. So we got some more stuff in our arsenal. So let's build upon that. Now we need, or we don't really need, but we're going to do a thin client solution. So as you can see, we're going to trial out two. ThinScale and Citrix Wimp. Very, very similar products and what they can do. They do more than just a thin client solution. There's a bunch of other things they do with optimizations and throttling and all kinds of cool stuff, but we're going to use it for just that purpose and we'll build upon that later. So first one we're going to start off with is ThinScale. So we need to get that set up. I already got two servers spun up. EP is our endpoint. We're just going to use server 2022. Easy setup. And we got our ThinScale server. All right, so again, I haven't done anything to them. I just joined them to the domain, IP'd them. You know, very basic stuff. All right, so there we go. Come on, let's learn. Incorrect. All right, server team is handed off a server to us. We need to set it up. Well, all right. Went ahead and downloaded it. Just go to their website, product downloads. Just download it. All right, copied it here. So we're doing the management server. We're going to install that. Why not iGel? Why not Zero Clients, Pt.a? Well, with this, I can install on Windows IoT, existing assets. Also, I can do a lot more with it. Best bang for the buck. All right, as we learn, hit run. We hear chewing. Those are raisins. They're delicious. Did I do anything with the domain controller? It just needed to be on for our environment to work. Oh, that's all I did. I just added the server stuff to here, created endpoint OU for endpoint. We're going to pretend it's a physical endpoint. Again, all this stuff can work either traditional environment or virtual. So you can install the VDA on physical machines. You can use UPM on physical machines. Do what you want. ThinScale management server cannot be installed. Oh, I need IIS. Well, luckily, is it server manager? Yeah, I think it's server manager. There we go. All right. Hurry up and collect your data. I don't need to see you. Role-based feature, yeah. IIS. Add features. All right, let's go to features. IIS. There we go. Anything else? Nope, no more IIS. Okay. Next. All right, these are the role services, we're going to leave as is. So all we're doing is enabling IIS with the basic services, and we'll go from there. California raisins and regular raisins. They taste the same to me. Let me start a timer so we don't ramble. Try to keep this between 30, 45 minutes, hopefully a lot shorter than that. Man, I got an intro music in my head. Banging. I got some banana chips too. Installation done. There we go. All right. Let's see what happens. Sorry for all the munching. We got our lab environment set up. Initially, we got the basic stuff for Citrix going, VDA. We got a roaming profile solution. We got stuff we can do with Profile Unity for the OS, for the users, all kinds of stuff, and we can layer apps. All right, so it looks like we're getting further along. Now we're going to have a thin client solution that can do so much more. All right. Again, there's a bunch of these out here. Stuff you can do for kiosk and thin client solutions. You can set up Edge. Edge has kiosk mode. Microsoft has built-in kiosk. Again, choose what's best for your environment. We're just going to trial out these two items. They're very similar. We'll look at the pros and cons. But maybe we'll look into the other ones later. All right. And configuring kind of slow. Close that. Status. Looks like it's done. Again, majority of these machines, I got 2 cores, 2 gigs of RAM. They seem to be running fine. I think this one I got set to 8 gigs and 2 cores. Plenty for what we're doing. Copying files, that's great. You do you, buddy. Oh. It would have been nice if this install did like Citrix and ProU. It did the IS stuff on its own, but one extra step, I guess it's not too difficult. Figuring IIS. Did I run out of trail mix? I did. Installing prereqs. It looks like I'm installing prereqs. Alright, so is.net. Finish. Alright. Select the type of deployment. Add server to existing? No, this is a brand new deployment. Oh my goodness, SQL. So Citrix and Liquidware installed its own databases. I gotta install my own. But luckily, I went ahead and grabbed this from the CVAD installment. If you go mount the ISO and support, they got SQL stuff in there. I just grabbed SQL Express, didn't have to download it. I did have to download the SQL Management Studio. But anyhow, run. Yes. Alright, so we are going to install standalone installation. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, if we go here and go to mount, go to support, SQL Express right here. I grabbed it, and then right here, if you click on that, it'll take you to a link and you can download it. It's free. Yep. Except, nope, I don't want updates. Do I need it? I don't think I need it. What? SQL Windows update servers. You can either check again. I don't want that. Product update. There we go. Strange. Alright, so that's installing. Close that. Is it doing anything? It is. Just had a little blip. Alright. We're going to leave it as is. Next. Please wait. Instant name. Instance. Look at that right there. We're going to leave it as is. I'm not too worried about it. More than likely, hopefully, you'll have a server team, DBA. They do all this for you. And all you do is have to connect to it. Alright, so we got our Citrix admin for our SA, server SQL administrator. Yep. Install. Alright. So it's turning out that ThinScale, not a uber complex install, but you got to install some stuff. no big deal. So if we were building out some redundancy or high availability, we probably have a SQL cluster. We probably put all our databases on that versus putting a database or setting up a database on the server itself. So again, we're not doing anything like that. It's just a easy learn along. We're testing out things, seeing what we can do, putting prereqs and requirements on ourselves. Maybe next one we'll do a architectural learn along, and we'll build out things like they should be. So we'll build out Pro U with, clustering and be a site-to-site failover, and ThinScale. We'll have the database on a cluster. We'll put Citrix database on that cluster. We can still do all that. But anyhow, architectural learn along. I like that. All right, still going. Majority of our time has been waiting and installing all these components. IIS, actual ThinScale itself, which we're still not done. .NET. Now, database. Oh man. New year. Boy, tired. So I know some of this info. That's our domain. EUC learn along. Citrix admin. Put in our password. A lot of cool things you can do with SQL. We won't get to that anytime soon. Just letting you know. All right, installation done. All right, so just installing SQL doesn't do anything for us for a database. Let's install the Management Studio so we can actually create the database. Again, you want to install it right there. Management tools. All right, so another component. Oh man, keep thinking about the architect learn along. There's a lot we can do with profiles. Right now to do stuff with UPM. So we do like a DFS. One server goes down, you just cut it over to the next folder target. Bam! Log out, log in. You got your VHD. Maybe the reattach might be smart enough to catch on that real quick. I don't know. We'd have to test it out. Do a scale out file server using Windows. You can do a NFS, all kinds of things we can do just using Windows. Maybe we'll look at some other products other than Windows. Waiting. While we're waiting, let's go to our endpoint. All right, so we went ahead and created a temp directory. We got the actual client. I just grabbed the latest release that they had on their website. So 7.5. What version is this? Look at all the stuff that's getting installed. Server 8.0. All right. Again, a lot of this stuff's going cloud. Well, it's already in the cloud. Not sure about ThinScale, but a lot of this you don't even have to do anymore. You just got to have that money. You got to pay. You don't even have to manage it. They do it. You just got to know how to troubleshoot, administer, and pray that their services stay up. So, yes. All right, so I hit the timer. We're at the 17-minute mark, so almost 20 minutes, so not too bad. Getting the stuff installed. Most of it was just waiting. All right, so we got the tools installed. We need to open up the Management Studio. I'm going to pin this. All right, there's our server name, instance. Yep, Citrus Admin is our SA. Databases. Nada. Let's create a new database. I'm not much for typing, so we're going to call it TK for ThinKiosk. Bam, we got a database. So let's go here. Our server is ThinScale. Instance is SQL Express. Well, I can't spell. Express. ThinScale SQL Express. There we go. Database name TK. Let's test our connection. Bam. Easy as that. We got a URL. Sorry, URI. Can't read. All right, not sure what that acronym is for, but pretty sure it's in their documentation. Password for the local admin account created for the new deployment. All right. So we created a password. So when we log in, we don't need this anymore. But if we click on this, look at that. We got some stuff in there. I'm not going to go over that But new deployment, successful. Great. Username, administrator, password, password. We are staying secure. All right, so we got a URI, and also it was a URL. So we're going to paste that and see what we get. Man, this is so old. Why even put that up there? Just open it. Get started. Man, you're my favorite browser. It's Chromium based, but come on. All right. There's our URI, which is a URL. And there we go. And as you saw in there, there's another piece. I didn't point it out. If you type in health, you get a health page. It's healthy. So do what you need. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add that to the favorites bar. It's running, it's online, broker ID, version, bunch of good stuff. All right, so now we need to install the console so we can manage the system, the endpoints, access, all that good stuff. Not hard installs, but man, it's taking a minute. It's not quick and easy like the other ones, but no worries. All right, run. We haven't even gotten to the ThinKiosk part. All right, prepare and install. What else I got in here? We got the PowerShell module. I'm not going to do anything with PowerShell. They have a whole thing on their site about all the commands. I'm not going to learn anything new with PowerShell, so I'm not even going to install it. And I went ahead and grabbed, they had some pre-built packages, so you can deploy software packages with ThinScale. Again, we use VLC for FlexApp, so I grabbed VLC. I didn't even have to package it. They had it pre-packaged on their website. And we'll test that out, hopefully. Again, trying to keep this video short and simple. Alright, so we got ThinScale. Let's launch it. Yep, you continue to share, my friend. Alright. Uh-oh, kid's crying. Alright, so this is a lot of different versions. We're on ThinScale Server 8.0. We're on ThinScale Management Console 7.4. And then our ThinKiosk is 7.5. Alright. Management Server URI. Luckily, we got that. Alright, we'll put it in here. You can click on this to go to stats page. Bam! It takes you right back to it. Alright, we'll hit connect. We don't have a domain login yet. That's right. But it did give us administrator. What password did I give it? password. That is right. Look at that. Oh man. We got a 30-day trial. Nice. Roles. ThinScale administrators. Can I edit this? I sure can. Domain user group. Oh, I don't have a user group. Oh, never mind. It's right there. Entire directory. Yep. All right. So let's do Citrix admin. Check. Update. All right. ThinScale administrator. So let's disconnect. Let's connect. Let's go to domain login. We'll put in our domain account. And not AD. What's our domain? UC learn along. There we go. Save credentials. Sure. Bam. We are in. Users, administrators. Cool stuff. All right. So we're not creating any more roles. You can do that on your own. Just, play around, edit roles for service desk, desk side support, whatever you want to call it. We got our local user account, management servers. So we have a primary server, which is the one we just created. You can create hubs. You can create multiple primaries. Again, you can set this up for, failover and all that good stuff. What else? We can set notifications. Oh, you can organize. Okay. New notification. Email server settings are enabled. Where do you want to set this now? No. But looks like you can send notifications to an email address. That's great. Virtual disk. That's a big thing. VHDs, VHDX, software packages. So we already got one. Let's add. I put it in C temp, right? Access to C temp is denied. Do I need to extract? Let's try that. Let's try that again. So, it's supposed to be .zip. Why is it access denied? Let's disconnect. Let's connect again. Native login. Administrator. Password. Let's try that one more time. Strange. Well, we'll figure that out later. Authentication providers, keys, device policies, man, profiles. All right, so we're using ThinKiosk. Default. We're just going to leave everything as default. Secure remote worker, we're not going to mess with. We're not going to mess with this one. Yes. Default profile. All right, we're not even going to look at that. Let's go ahead and get this installed. We'll see what we get with the default after we install it. I'm going to need this URL. We'll But while that's going, we can view it. All right, so we're about 30 minutes, so that's about 35, 40 minutes. We're almost done. We'll get it working. Wonder why the software package thing wasn't working, but again, we'll figure that out later on. Just showing you stuff you can do within the console. Somebody's got a whistle. That's great. All right, shell. I want to do ThinKiosk shell. You know what? I gotta edit it, right? Edit. Device. ThinKiosk to be closed. All right. Appearance. Kiosk. Cannot be installed on server. Oh my goodness. So it looks like we're going to have to create a Windows machine. And we're going to have to create a part B of this video. Oh boy. So this is what happens when you don't read the product documentation. All right, so we're going to have to create a Windows machine. So I'll do that in part B. Terrible. But while we're doing that, for part A, let's go ahead and clean this up. Theme, gray. Sure. Use US flag. Sure. Leave that alone. Ribbon bar. We'll leave all that alone. Kiosk bar. We won't do anything with that. Oh, applications. So I do know with applications, okay, it's got LDAP integrations, workspace control. You can present local applications with this. So like I said, it's more than just a kiosk or thin client solution. You can, give this to anybody and just narrow applications down on this, and that way they don't mess up the OS. So we'll show that. Secure browser. Present websites. URL filtering. Startup, login. Man, looks like there's a lot of stuff you can do. Screen captures. USB. Block USB devices. Mass storage devices. PM detection. Wi-Fi adapters. Firewall control. I think I got what I want though. Just some basic stuff. For websites though. Display it first. Yep. All right. We're going to go ahead and add a website. Let's go here. What was our website? Man, I can't remember. Anyhow, we'll use the IP address. We'll go back and fix it later. But we'll call it Citrix login. There we go. Store web. Internet Explorer. Sure. Trusted sites. Create shortcut. All kinds of stuff you can do. Leave that as is. Save profile. Vision notes. I don't have anything. But we've added some stuff. Let me try one more time with the software package. Maybe if I add it to the desktop? I don't think so. But we'll try. It's strange. Look at that. Add to desktop at work. See temp. Didn't like that. All right, so look at that. Now we got a software package. We got a default device folder. Let's assign a software package to it. Look at that, VLC. Set priorities to it. That's cool. Notifications. All right. So we got this set up. We're going to have to redo this. So I'll probably go to the eval center, grab Win11, get Win11 set up, since that's what they have. And we'll have to create a part B. So part 1, or part A, we got ThinScale set up. We got some trial licenses. We looked at a few things. We got a software package that ThinScale, they have hundreds on their websites already created. We uploaded that. Had some permission issues with ctemp. So we'll go ahead and remove that. Yep. And we're going to leave everything else like it is. All right, so we need to get a device. So we'll get the next video up and going shortly. Hope you learned something.